Hi, in this video, I'm going to explain to you all the different features of your cash discounting program and how it works, okay? First thing you need to know is your rep's already set up your cash discounting program. And what that means is all of your inventory items prices have been raised. Let's say it was 4%, then in this case, all your $10 items are now $10.40 items, okay? In the future, if you add new items or modifiers, those new items or modifiers prices will automatically be updated for you. Okay, if you're on the Clover inventory app, then you'll be able to see that instantaneously because the Clover inventory app updates itself. If you're raising the price of an item from the Clover web dashboard, just remember that you might have to refresh your browser to see the raised prices, okay? But we do raise the prices immediately unless it's a lottery item with the word lottery in it. Then we don't raise the price of the item, okay? Two things to remember if you do add future items is don't raise the price of items using Quick Edit on the web dashboard, and don't import in new items using the like an Excel spreadsheet or something. If you need to do those things, you can. We do have an audit feature that will pick up on those kinds of changes, but those, if you use a Quick Edit or if you use an import, the prices will not automatically adjust immediately. It'll take some time. Okay, so just remember that. That's how your program works as far as your settings. Always enter items with the cash price, okay? If you ever want to see all the prices of your items, you can tap on the app, on the cash discounting app. You can tap on view, you can tap on inventory, and you can pick any category, and we're going to show you the cash price and the regular price. The regular price is the price that we raised the item to. It's also the inventory price right now, and you could also call it the credit price, but that's a little less. That's not as it's a legal term to call it regular price or list price. Okay, so so that's how you will that's how the program works. Let me go ahead and demonstrate to you on the register and on the dining app and on the sale app how the program works. Okay, so like let's say you're on the register and you buy an item and you add it to the order. You can have as many items as you need on that order, as well as many modifiers, if you've got items and modifiers, okay? And then when you're ready to check out, you just tap the pay button right here. See, we pop up a box right here, and you can choose the credit price or the cash price. We give you the totals of either item, or you can do a split. Now I'm gonna walk you through each of these real quickly, but you'll only see this pop up if you've set up for auto pop up. Okay, if you don't, you can always hit this button called Cash Credit, and here I'll go ahead and demonstrate. If you tap this button, the box will pop up for you. So if you ever need to just make it pop up, or if you've exited accidentally, you can tap this button right here. It'll pop up. Okay. If you choose that this customer is going to pay with cash, then you tap the cash button, and as you can see right here, we added a cash discount for the amount of the processing fee. And this is the cash price now. And you can go ahead and just have them pay out the transaction. Okay. Now, if you had added an item and you had already hit cash, but you changed your mind. Okay. So see how there's a discount here on the transaction? You can hit this cash credit button and we will remove the discount. Okay. See that is gone, and you can pick again. Oh, this time we want credit or something, okay? That's also useful just in case you make a change, like you added some new items to the ticket. You can remove that discount and you can pay again, okay? You are going to see a pop-up. By the way, I don't know if you saw that. Let me back up here. If you do add an item, every time you add an item to the register, if you have the option chosen, we're going to show you the cash price of that item, just so you have it in memory, or if someone's wondering about that price, okay? So that's how it's going to work as far as, when you hit the pay button and you need to make a decision of if it's cash, you tap the cash button. If it's credit, you just tap credit and pay out the transaction. If it's an EBT transaction, okay, sometimes what happens is you'll have a ticket or an order with EBT items and non-EBT items all on the same order. You can tap this button right here, and what we'll do, I'll go ahead and show you right here, okay? We're going to put an EBT item, and we're going to put a non-EBT item. Okay, here's a non-EBT item, and then we're going to put an EBT item on that order, and we're going to hit tap pay. And see now, if you hit EBT, what we do is we take off the EBT items, we leave you with the non-EBT items so you can pay those out with cash or credit. Okay, so in this case, let's say credit. Okay, and well, actually, I'm just going to do cash to make it faster. Okay, after you pay for it, Now use the EBT to pay for now what we do is we give you a new order, which is the EBT items with the tax removed and the cash discount already intact. So all you have to do is hit pay and you are done with the EBT transaction, okay? Yeah, now the way you do a split transaction is you have all of your items that are on your ticket, okay? You tap pay. When you tap pay, see that right here is a split cash credit payment. You can tap that and you can choose which items are being split out to pay for, or you can choose a custom dollar amount. Like let's say I choose that and I'm going to choose the dollar amount as just being some exact number. And so see what's going to happen is you're going to get a cash discount for the dollar amount of that transaction. And now you need to go ahead and choose that amount to go ahead and actually do the payment, right? So, and right here, I'm just going to do it 500, and you actually pay it out, okay? So that's how you would do a split transaction of a specific dollar amount, okay? But the other thing you can do is you can also, let me go ahead and just start a new ticket. You can also pay specific items, like let's say you've got 2 items on your ticket. You can go to pay and you can do split cash credit and you can just choose one of the items. What we'll do is we'll create 2 different tickets out of the one ticket, and we'll put if you chose the cash discount, we'll put that on there and you can pay out that first item. And then after you pay it out, we'll put the second item on its own order so that you can pay that out with a different form of payment. Okay, so that's how you would do a split. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to show you how to set up a custom item. So what happens is if you're purchasing a custom item, then when you put in the dollar amount, you put in the cash dollar amount, what we'll do is we'll automatically raise the price. See, this price raised by 4% automatically. That way, if they are paying with cash, gift, or check, we will drop the price back to the original price. See the $10.40 minus the 40-cent discount. And so that's how you'd handle a custom item. We automatically raise the price of it, okay? Now, the other thing to know is how you would use the sale app. So let's go ahead and go to the sale app. And what you can do on the sale app is you can add any amount you want. Like let's say we have a $10 amount, okay? Now see, there's a cash credit button right here, okay? If you tap it, then we're gonna change the price to a credit price or a list price. You can tap that button again, and we'll go back to the cash price. Okay, see, you can switch between the credit price and the cash price before you actually do the charge. Okay, so that's how the sale app will work. Okay, now if you've got if you have a manual transaction, it's a little bit simpler even than that. You go to the manual transaction app. Let me go ahead and pay this out so we can go to a manual transaction. Okay, here's a manual transaction. You can put in the amount of the manual transaction. You can tap charge. And we're going to ask you, is it a credit or a cash transaction? If it's cash, we'll leave it alone. So you just cash it out. If it's credit, we'll raise the price. Okay, and then you'll just cash it out. So that's how so now what I've shown you is how to use the register to do the EBT transactions, partial transactions, cash and credit transactions, how to sell custom items, how to use the sale app, and how to use a manual transaction app. Last thing I want to show you is how to use the dining app, and then I'm going to show you how to use your print order options, okay? So let's go to the dining app, okay? And let's say on that dining app, you've got a party of 4, and on that party of 4, on the whole table, you've got some services that are on that whole table, and then guest 3 also has a service of their own, okay? So there's a little bit complex ticket right there. You can just tap pay, and we'll pay out the whole order, and you can choose cash or credit. That's what we've already shown you. You can also tap and just pay the individual guests if you'd like, and the same scenario applies, okay? But what I want to show you now is how you would use the print options, and we'll go back to this here in a minute, okay? So let's see. So if you go to the register or the dining app, you're going to see a new category called print options. Now you can move that category to make sure that the category is like at the top of your category list. You can move it around by using the inventory app, and you can move the category. I'll go ahead and show it to you, okay? So you can go to the inventory app, and if you go to categories right here, see, you can take any category and you can move it, okay? Make sure that category is first, and maybe even of a color that's really brighter than the others, okay? But let's go back to the register, and let's say you have an order, And on that order, you've got, let's say it's complicated here. And what you can do, let's say you want to print this order because someone needs to see and they want to see the prices, okay? You can tap print options, this category. You're going to choose you're going to see some items here. You can choose print order and boom, you're going to be able to see the order on the screen, and then you can tap the print button to print it out. You're going to see the cash price, the list price, and we'll have a cash total and a list total, complete with the tip options if those were chosen, and the ability to have the barcode for the order, and you can even have a pay barcode on there, pay QR code on there if that option is available for your particular particular region. Okay, so that's how you would do a print of the, if you want to print the entire order. You can also just print the cash order, okay? And what the cash order does, it gives you just the cash prices, and at the bottom, it's going to give you cash tips, and it's going to give you the total and the credit total for just for the order, okay? But the key is you only see one column, and it's a cash column, okay? Or you can tap the print credit order. Same thing, you see one column, and it's all your credit prices. And at the bottom, you still have your cash total and your credit total, or your what's called the list total, okay? So you can print any of those receipts. That's how you would print the receipts if you have like a server, or if you want to print the order out before hitting the pay button, okay? You can also hit the pay button, and then you're going to see the option to print the credit order, and that's going to print directly to the printer for you, and it'll be the exact same order that's being printed. Okay, so that's how you do it. You cannot print the order using the standard Clover functions, because the standard Clover functions are just simply going to print out the credit prices, not the cash prices. Okay, so use our order features, and we're going to keep adding new features automatically that'll automatically update to your system. Okay, so that's how you do the print features. And again, if you need to do that, that's especially useful. Like if you're on the dining app, let's go back there. Okay, you can, if you need to print just guest 3's order, tap on guest 3, print options, and print order. See right here, you're going to see guest 3's order, and you can print it out. Okay, if you want to print the entire ticket, tap whole table, print options, and print the order. And you're going to see the order for the entire table that you can print out. Okay, and once again, the order is complete, has everything you need, and it should be penny accurate. Okay, so that's how you're going to use your cash discounting application. Again, make sure if you add new inventory, add them in as a cash price. Don't use Quick Edit to change prices, and don't import. But if you do, then we do have an audit feature, and it will work. Your prices just won't rise instantaneously. It'll take it a little bit for those prices to raise. If they don't, for any chance, you can always contact us, help@appheaven.us, and we'll run the audit for you. Okay, so it's HELP@appheaven.us.